People inherently want to be free, and this is the nature of the conversation. How do we declare our independence as a country, as a nation, as our planet? And it needs to be brought up on a regular basis, reminded to all those that are listening that if you want to be free from all this bullshit, you got to be free here. You must be willing to walk through the fire and overcome the judgment of others if you are a speaker of truth. For those of you that have watched my videos, when you see the really dark comments come in, insulting, negative, it's always when I'm talking about something spiritual. Don't you find that to be just a little bit interesting? In this realm where humans are easily influenced by dark forces, some of which have been described to be archonic, I often see people shift their energies and go into full-on verbal assault mode to try to target anything they can. And sometimes, because I have such a huge heart, because I feel so much, it's only because I feel so much that I'm even speaking about the things that I'm speaking about. And I don't even have to get online and read about what's going on. I just feel it in here. I can feel the bombs dropping, the women screaming, help, help. And I'm trying to help them by speaking for them in this multimedia fashion, going up on YouTube, or as I've been doing the last couple of years. I can hear them. It's only because I am open emotionally that people know that they might be able to hurt me or attack me for being different. People, of course, I've never met, never had coffee with, people that don't even have a pic on their YouTube. And notice the YouTube commenters are so much far negative than my Facebook comment. Why? Why Facebook? Why is Facebook friendlier? Because those people have faces. I may know some of them. They're not going to act like they do when they're anonymous. I don't understand why you do this. Why don't you just join us in the grid? You will not be free spiritually, politically, physiologically, in all the different ways, unless you free yourself inside. Unless you free yourself from the prison that exists. The fear of what other people think about you, concern about what other people think about you. I have to remind myself when I get out of balance, there are far more people that support what I'm doing than people sending me negative energy. Of course, I will respond to that because I want to address that, because I see the energy coming in, I see where it's coming from, and I'm reminded of what I'm up against. But at the same time, this isn't really about me. I'm on my own journey. I'm only responsible for myself. I'm not responsible for you. But I am sharing information that I want to impart to some of you to help you embark on the road to journey. It doesn't mean that, if we try to be completely free, that we're going to instantly make it overnight. You're going to have to face some sacrifices. You may have to start thinking about how you spend your time. Money may be very valuable to you. You may be very good at making money. But your job, your relationship with your employer, your relationship with your coworkers, it might be sucking your soul. And so in the journey towards freeness, you do your inner work and you ask yourself the question, is this money that I'm receiving for this job worth it? When my soul, when my heart, when my spirit takes such a great toll, when that money that I'm receiving takes me away from my own goals and dreams, to where I'm directing all of my time towards this employer, like a rat going round and around and around, pooping, shitting, eating, checking Facebook, mobile. Get up, get down, and do it again the next day. Of course, as we bounce from partner to partner to partner, because we're not centered and balanced enough to be with that pure love vibration. And we've given ourselves freely to something else because they are giving us money. If you want to be free, you have to go way beyond pointing fingers externally at Obama, China, Russia, New World Order, Archon, Reptilian, XYZ. And it's going to get deep. It's going to get deep. You may break into tears. You may be left by your loved one. You may leave someone that you loved. It can go either way. And that can hurt quite a bit. And you may need to let go. I mean, we hear this all the time. Just let go, just move on. But how often do we really move on in our hearts and in our minds when someone that we care about leaves us because we're following our way? Do we truly move on, or do we feel bad about ourselves because we didn't meet up to their expectations? I went through that. I went through that for years. I thought I had no value. If she didn't want me, if she didn't love me, there's only two people I've really, really, really loved. One of them I was never in a relationship with, but I felt like I knew her from another lifetime as well as the others, or the other. And we had this connection here and here for a time. But the path that I am on is not their path. And for whatever reason, they're not even sure the things that I'm talking about are even accurate. So that can play a huge part in the lack of attraction. What I want to communicate is I've done so much, I guess, inner work the last couple of years, but especially last year, to let go of those false belief systems that I held very strongly in my mind. That if they didn't love me, that somehow my power or my value was diminished because I saw such beautiful things in them. They were entities, beings, women that I would die for if I had to protect them, that I would take on 10 men, 100 men, that type of animalistic, like, I care and cherish about you. There's also a reason why a lot of women should remember this. Men become financially successful after they get married, after they have a baby, not before. Some do, but quite a few men reach that financial stability or whatever when they have someone else to provide for. When someone else loves them enough to say, I'm going to be with you. Love. We want love. If we don't get love from those, and this also extends to family, mothers, fathers. With parents turn their back on a child, it's even harder. That can really fuck with somebody. If you want to be free, you've got to be willing to feel the pain of abandonment. And you've got to sit in that feeling and then rise out of it. And realize you can change the situation. Because on the other hand, while when we change, we may be left by certain people, family, and others that we cared about so much, we may also choose to leave unhealthy relationships ourselves. Others may be hurt, but sometimes it's the best for everyone. You know what? I need to leave this job. This job is not helping me anymore. It's not making me happy. It's making me sad. I'm drinking every night after work. I just can't work in this office anymore selling something that truly has no value. And there may be fear. How am I going to pay for this? Is my wife going to be angry with me? Or is my husband going to be angry with me? Is my mother going to be angry with me? Is my daughter going to be angry with me? Is my father going to be angry with me? Is my son going to be angry with me? And then again, we're back to the slave mind. What other people think about us. You want to be free. You've got to free yourself inside of what other people think about you, what they could do to you, and if they leave you standing alone, because in reality, you're never alone. Now, I knew that I was not alone in the desert, but I felt alone. I mean, I was physically alone. I had no one to talk to. I had, no internet unless I drove miles and miles and miles and spent money to put the gas in the car to go to that library. I mean, just pure ridiculousness. But I felt free from stepping back from all of those people, all of those things, all of those attachments, and I'm still on that journey. I'm not done yet. I'm not up on the mountain yet. It is a fine line between mental illness and spiritual fulfillment or a conscious experience. You can go back and forth like a teeter-tot, depending on your thoughts, your actions, what you're doing. You can do things that can bring great things back to you, and you can do things that can fuck your shit up. I think with karma, I've heard somewhere like, if you donate or if you give, you will get back tenfold. And I'll tell you what, I speculate, I wonder sometimes if you do wrong, you can also get that back tenfold. Anyone on the journey to be totally free, if they're in a situation where they have to leave a job or leave a relationship where someone is abusing them or trying to control them, they need to somehow find the strength that's beyond your muscular strength and do that. To me, when I'm attracted to a woman, be it romantically, emotionally, sexually, it's not about her body. It may involve what she looks like on the outside. I don't like total, complete slobs. People that just let themselves go. Whether you're a man or a woman, you have a body, you should take care of it. But it's about a connection to another soul and being who you truly are. Not just getting into your baby suit, ripping off your clothes, and fucking like monkeys, fucking like rabbits, and having the biggest orgasm you've ever had in your life. Just earth-shattering, 20.0 on the Richter scale, whole building shaking, just like, no, that is not. It may feel great. No, that is not a spiritual experience. It's called doing the Ooga Booga dance. It's a term I coined. You may not find it anywhere else, but feel free to share it yourself. It's a freebie. Ooga Booga dance. Life is more than the Ooga Booga dance. And if you feel that you need to step away from someone and the Ooga Booga dance in order to be in your own energy space, to hear your own thoughts, because when you're sharing space with someone sexually, penis in the vagina, vagina around the penis, man, woman, yin and yang, life, there is a connection. It's quite natural, you might imagine. And stuff gets passed forth, emotions, energies, in particular information, what you're aware of. And if someone is in a place of enslavement, of control, either they want you to control them or they want to control you, it's going to have an out of bounds effect on your entire friendship and relationship and sex life. Jobs, homes, locations, towns, we got into relationships, even your own routine. If you want to be free, you need to break things up and create change in your life. There is an old Buddhist understanding that change is constant. It is constant. Things do not stay the same. Yet there are people that are seeking to become free that want things to be the same, or they want to go back to the Constitution. They want to go back to the way things were. There are some very beautiful things in the Constitution. I think we can actually add some more things, but it's really a debate where there is no point in going too far in this debate. Because this isn't really about whether we're going to go back to the Constitution or not. It's whether we're going to start loving each other again. It's whether we're going to start freeing ourselves from this collective consensus that we need to conform to others, to please others. And in order for me to free myself further, I need to bring up these things. I need to discuss victim consciousness. I feel that I need to be working to encourage some of you to want to set yourself free even more than you may already be right now if you're already somewhat free. In order to go all the way, why stop at the Constitution? Why stop at politics? Why stop at being free by having a politician that you like, that you think represents libertarian ideas? Why don't we go all the way? Be who you are to set yourself free. I have another YouTube video, you might want to check that out, where I'm discussing the same concept. Although I'm feeling a little better because I'm clean, I'm not at the yurt, I'm not in the middle of the desert, so I'm a little more at the moment. That's why I'm trying to crank out a couple videos. That's why there's a couple videos being cranked out today. So I'm going to go on the Vinny Eastwood show next Wednesday on the 18th to talk with him about some of these ideas. But I'm really honored to have some of the conscious beings that are truly looking for the light watching my channel. And it is because of your support that I keep doing what I'm doing. And with that, I will bid farewell, and I will talk to you next time.